we go. This is our fourth open mic at Barre Pinske's Rising Tide Performance Space. This is a little bit of a unique night because many of our core people have gigs, and that's the problem with doing things on Saturdays. Saturdays are normally a show night, and we're switching our open mic night to a show night, so that might cause some issues on having people be here. The other thing that's happening is there's a comedy festival up here in Vermont with 45 comics there. Travis and Taylor are planning their wedding down in Rhode Island, so they couldn't make it tonight. And Art Basel is going on in Miami, so a lot of my art friends and Sophie Cunningham, she's down there. So anyway, last week I started with a song, and I'm going to do that this week too. So I'm going to sing a song before we get going. So we do have my buddy Seth and my other buddy Daniel here, and we're going to run our bits. We're going to do some practice, and we're going to see how it goes. And we're going to have some fun. We're going to keep this the momentum going with the open mics. And I think that we are going to keep doing it on Saturdays. We just got to get the people to come out. This is my fourth open mic this week, so that's pretty good. All right. Oh, by the way, tonight's open mic is brought to you by Barre Pinske's Vermont Wooden Bear Company. That's right. You can get a beautiful wooden bear from me, Barre Pinske. Good quality, fair pricing. Barre Pinske's Vermont Wooden Bear Company. Support them, support the show. Here we go. What do you think of that idea, Seth?
That's perfect.
Thank you, thank you. All right, so I don't know why I'm doing the opening with a song, but it's something that I like to do. And tonight I'm going to sing Landslide by Stevie Nicks. Here we go. I can't really sing, but I like doing it. This is a show, people! Ooh, there you go. It's my karaoke for the night. It's kind of fun. I think we might end up doing karaoke here one night. Okay, so this is the holiday season. The holidays can be a little bit difficult for me at my large family. Oh, see, I thought I turned this off, but I didn't. It fooled me. This is what you call a professional show. Okay, turn this off. There you go. Thank you. Wow. Interrupted my bit, the damn thing. Anyway, all right, here we go. So the holidays can be a difficult time for me. They have been in the past. In my family, if you aren't married, you have to sit at the kids' table, and that's embarrassing when you're in your 60s. And when I was younger, I used to bring girls to spend Christmas with us, girlfriends, and they broke up with me before the next Christmas if I didn't ask them to marry me because they were too embarrassed to sit at the kids' table. Part of why I'm single. But I do think that being single, I've probably had the most adventurous sex out of anybody in my family that was sitting at the kids' table. So, except for my cousin Randy, he was a Boy Scout, so. Anyway, I'm really excited because my girlfriend, I do have a girlfriend now, which is really good. It's hard to find a girlfriend in Vermont. And my girlfriend recently moved in with me, which I'm really happy about. But she thinks that I need to do meditation in order to get in touch with my feelings. And what I've been trying to get her to do is carry in some firewood. So we're having a little bit of getting comfortable, moved in together. She said, babe, I think you could get in touch with your feelings more if you did meditation. I said, I'm in touch with my feelings. I'm cold, and if you brought in some firewood and put it in the wood stove, I would be warm. Now, I realize that's kind of a guy job, but she walks right past the pile coming into the house, so it's like she could grab a few sticks. So anyway, so my idea of getting exercise, excuse me, is splitting wood, carrying wood, moving around. Her idea is going to the gym, doing stairs, and then to get centered, she, according to her, she likes to do yoga and meditation. So I'm a dumbass man. I told her my idea of getting centered is when I split that piece of wood right down the middle. She did not think that was funny. Seth thought that was a little funny. Thank you for that, Seth. So I want us to get along. I'm putting some effort into this relationship. I want to spend time with her. So what I decided to do was move the firewood pile farther away from the house. I built 3 sets of stairs, 5 stairs each, and I said, babe, I'll split the wood, you carry it in. You can go over the stairs to get your stairs in. I'll take a nap by the wood stove, and you can do your meditation. So, like, to me, meditating is kind of ridiculous because it seems like you stop yourself right before you go to sleep, which would be a nap, and then you're in that state and something magical's pretty happen. I think when you take a nap, it gets magical because you rest, then you feel refreshed, and then you have energy to go split more firewood. So I think meditation is kind of ridiculous. But anyway, so we split the firewood, she carried it in, I took a nap, she's doing her meditation. I wake up, and she's doing that downward dog thing with her butt up in the air. And she's got her yoga pants on and no shoes. And I'm just like looking at the backside of her butt. And like the sun was coming in and the yoga pants are all thin. I could see right through them, right to her little purple thong. And I just lost my mind. I crawled real slowly and I kissed her on the bottom of the foot and her head turned around and I bit her. Right on that little chunk on the bottom of the butt, the little butt tenderloin part there. That's my favorite part. And she's like, stop it, I gotta do my yoga. Then the next thing she's like, spank my butt, pull my hair. So anyway, we're getting along good. I'm glad she moved in. So I called my friend Jack. I said, Jack, I don't understand. I said, I'm so glad my girlfriend moved in, but I don't understand, why we get along so good. I'm eating my Beaushot Montana elk stew, and she's eating her Wagyu tofu, black bean, wasabi kale, and he said, Barry, you're making too big of a deal out of this. It's very simple. Your girlfriend's a vegan, and you're nuts, and vegans like nuts. That's why you two are together. So there you go. So anyway, so I rode with a friend of mine down to a show down in Turner's Falls the other night. It was really fun. And my family was giving me crap about doing comedy. Her family actually did like an intervention. They showed up at her house like you would do an intervention with someone that you're going to send to treatment for alcoholism or something. So I'm kind of wondering how many comics have to deal with this. This is comedy, people. It's supposed to be funny, and maybe like bad karaoke, maybe some of it isn't funny. I don't really know. But my sister called me, and she's like, we don't really like your comedy, and we don't really think you're funny, and you're being a bad reflection on the family. I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm just goofing around. She said, well, I told the girls to stop following you on Facebook. Now, this made me mad because I feel like I've been a really good uncle to my nieces. And I said to my sister, I said, well, if you're going to have them not follow me on Facebook, I'm not contributing to their college education anymore. And I decided, I just lost my train of thought there. All these people in this audience, they're distracting me. So I said, I'm going to set that one up again. So my sister said, I told the girls to stop following you on Facebook because of all your sex jokes. And I said, I'm going to stop supporting their college education. I'm unsubscribing from their OnlyFans pages. There you go. All right, everybody. I screwed that one up at the end. That's my time. And I appreciate you all are tuning in. And we're going to have a record of this now because we got this on Facebook Live. All right. So now, who are we having next? Daniel, did we decide? All right. There you go. Is that what we decided? Yes? Who wants to go?
Yeah, you want to go?
Yeah, I'll go. Yeah, sure.
All right. Daniel's going to go. And now, ladies and gentlemen, follow him at, what is your Instagram, Daniel?
It's Newfound Dan Arnold.
Follow him at Newfound Dan Arnold. Daniel Arnold, ladies and gentlemen. Woo!
I gotta hop over the chairs, guys.
He's hopping over the chairs.
I pussied out. The floor is lava and I
Don't
fell
hurt
in it.
yourself, Daniel.
I fell
Test,
in the lava
test. Here
floor.
you go. All
Guys,
right.
I fell on the lava floor. Guys, can we play the floor is lava? Do we have enough, there's the floor is lava with the chairs.
What does floor is lava mean?
You don't know the floor is lava? The whole floor is lava trend?
I do not know that.
That might be turn up a little, because
We'll
turn it up.
Turn it
It's
up.
on. Go ahead, Daniel.
Can you turn on the lava too?
Talk loud.
Alright. Well, there's a candle here. Let's burn this whole place to the ground. Let's play floor is lava for real. You're so bored. This is the one? No, this is the one.
Yeah.
Can we,
You're good.
yeah,
You
Newfound
want to be
Dan Arnold with 2 double D's in the fucking middle. 2
loud?
double
I can make
D's.
you louder, Daniel. Let's put the mic right up
You
here.
could make me louder.
You want to be louder?
Yeah.
There you go.
So nobody knows the floor is lava. Nobody
I do
knows.
not know the floor is lava.
He knows the floor is lava.
Yeah!
Yeah, I'm the only one here who keeps track of trends, okay? Because most of my time is spent on Instagram, and my favorite cat account is being hated on right now, and I hate it. Let me pull up. Hold on. Magic trick. Let me break open my phone. Yeah. Back to the audience here. Because I'm not recording this myself. I actually have access to Instagram. I can view my favorite trends and comment on them live here. I completely forgot this guy's name. I'm so glad I broke out my phone. Andrew Herco is hating on my favorite cat account right now. He says, I lost all respect for Stinky when I saw you flossing. Real talk? Real talk? He's hating on my favorite cat account, and he's dressed in a suit. He's dressed in a suit, hating on this guy for flossing. Flossing. I responded, imagine hating on someone because they brush their teeth. Business suit, this Andrew guy. Dude, he's probably, if you're hating on someone for brushing their teeth, dude, he's probably coming to his meetings with the most foul, disgusting coffee, shrimp breath, yesterday's shrimp. He doesn't brush his teeth. That guy. The most. How do you dress like that and go to the company meetings like that? There's something there. There's a nugget. I'll work on that. Let's break out some 7-Eleven material that's at the top of my mind. I actually ran into this 7-Eleven employee. She's quite old, disgusting teeth, And she's hating on me. She's been hating on me for a while. Every time I walk in there, 12 o'clock at midnight to get my munchies. She must have failed in marketing, because I'm her target audience. I'm the target audience at the 7-Eleven. Freaks like me, roaming the fucking place, trying to figure out what they're gonna eat at midnight. She kicked me out one time. You're not supposed to be loitering around here. Lady, this is the one place I belong. But no. Complete opposite today. She was completely the opposite. That's how she was. Now she had some sort of character progression here. She was real chipper today. She was real chipper. I was looking at her cookies. 7-Eleven cookies are quite good, the times I've had them. But decided to get something healthier that night. And she went off on me. In a good way. Like, oh, you don't want my cookies today? No thanks, lady. No thanks. With your teeth, you probably eat all the cookies you make, so, probably eats all the cookies. She's like missing a tooth down there. Missing a tooth. Alright. Thanksgiving time, right? Thanksgiving. Alright, I'm gonna present two scenarios, link them together. I was the kind of guy to giggle during moments of silence as a kid. Yeah, like 9/11. Whenever we had moments of silence during 9/11, I was thinking of my favorite 9/11 gif. See, that's a live recreation of what I would do. Now I sort of understand the sacredness of those moments. Like, I have sacred holidays now. Thanksgiving, Christmas, no social media posts. Only because my philosophy is, why would anyone care about your Thanksgiving over spending time with their own family, right? How do you have this big of an ego? And it's the same thing with the giggling. Like, no one cares if you giggle. No one cares about your favorite 9/11 gif. Pulled that one out yesterday. Nobody seems to like it. I actually pulled it out for the first time on Wednesday at the Vermont Comedy Club, and I used, instead of giggle, I used the synonym snicker, and there were 50 liberal arts class kids in the room at the time, so the rest of the set was dead silent. I probably should have said snick-us. I probably could have gotten away with that. Alright. Time for some crowd work. God. Fucking crowd work. Yeah. Do you think if people were there, I could have, like, I climbed over the wood logs. Do you think I could have, like, climbed over the, like, am I, first time I came here, you weighed me. Didn't you weigh me? Didn't you pull out a scale, Pinske?
I think we did.
Yeah, you think I could just climb on their shoulder, like walk on their shoulder? You think
I
they
tried to guess
hop
your
on their
weight is
heads?
what I did, Danny.
And they wouldn't even feel it? Tried to guess my weight?
That's what I tried to do last time. What did I guessed like 117, but you're really like 135, right?
Oh yeah, I'm big. Yeah. Yeah, that's big. That's big. I'm big elsewhere too. Yeah. This is the improv portion of the evening. Man. Get a lot of mice. Yeah, I'd love to be. Get a lot of mice here? Yeah. There's a mouse right there. Yeah. I don't know. I'm just spitballing here. This is the awkward portion of the evening.
You want to be done or you got more?
No, I got 3 minutes.
Okay.
Let me just think what I want to go with. All right. Yeah, talking about bad breath. I actually get really messy. I'm really into messy eaters. Yeah, I'm really into messy eaters. My girlfriend is a messy eater, and it really all she has to do to get me on is like, we have chicken wings every Friday, and all she has to do is pull that, dude, I'm so turned on by the but, you know, after the meal, like, I kind of expect her to lean back and burp really loud. But, because, burping makes me, like, I like when they lean back and burp, but that's probably extra on her OnlyFans, right? Like, if she had, like, a burping OnlyFans, that probably cost a little extra. Did I say that right? Man. Maybe I should have went with maybe I shouldn't have mentioned OnlyFans, because comedians should not mention their OnlyFans at all. At all. Because then they're laughing for their tits, right? But me, like, I'm laughing for the burps, right? Like, cause the burps turn me on, guys. Dude. Yeah. What other things am I working on? Oh, completely forgot. There was a blackout at Walmart. There was a blackout at Walmart. And I forgot because I didn't post it on my Instagram story. I'm trying to be very selective of what I post on my Instagram story. So, thinking to myself, is this worth it? Is this really worth posting to the Instagram story? No, it's not. It's not. And I'm very proud of myself. But I gotta tell you, the employees at that Walmart were jumping for joy. They were like, woo! Blackout! Blackout, baby! We got a blackout! And I feel so better about myself that was the highlight of their day. Because if that's not worthy of an Instagram story for me, and you work at this Walmart, how are you getting this excited over a blackout? Is your day this boring? Did you not face enough Karens at work? Oh, man. My manager at Target was a Karen. And I actually got fired because I pissed her off one time. And, you know how Karens usually tell you that they're going to go to their manager? Or your manager? I'm a little confused because, the Karen's the manager, right? Who do they go to? If the Karen is the manager, who do they go to? Did I kill 10 minutes? I think I killed 10 minutes. I think I just killed 10 minutes
We
with,
did 10 minutes.
Yeah.
You want to be done? You want to do more? You good?
I'm literally just rolling off the top of my head here.
All right.
A lot of I'm trying to mix crowd work. I'm trying to mix crowd work in with the trying to talk about fantasies of stepping over wood logs and people jumping on their heads and kicking and looking. This is like, yeah.
There he is,
I'm
everybody.
very.
Dan Arnold, everybody.
What are you supposed to do on a dead night like this?
Yeah. Well, we're getting some practice in. We're on the mics. We're under the lights. We have friends here.
I don't know you.
Are you saying we're not friends yet, Daniel?
Blow the whistle.
Yeah. The whistle.
The big whistle.
So Daniel, you live in Lake George,
Yeah.
and you are how old?
Mid-20s.
Mid-20s. And you have your own OnlyFans page where you lay naked with a butt plug in or something, or what were you talking about the OnlyFans thing?
Oh,
I can't imagine people are subscribing to see your butt, Daniel.
No, it was like, I want to make a joke. It's a joke I have in my rotation about, burping makes me nervous. Like, burping's extra, like, on my OnlyFans. That's, like, the punchline is, like, burping's extra on my OnlyFans because, like, I love messy eaters. But, like, the leaning back and burping after, like, a big meal is, like, the finishing touch.
I gotcha.
But it's like, it makes me nervous. I'm kind of bashful, and if I had an OnlyFans, that'd probably cost a little extra.
Do you know how many women are on social media now doing whatever they call that?
I don't actually do OnlyFans.
I won't give. So 5.2 million women are doing webcamming now around the world. That's freaking crazy to me. I will not give them 1 penny of my money. I refuse to. I'm not a fan of it. I think we need waitresses and people that actually are working regular jobs and reading a book with a butt plug in or
I
something.
only brought up OnlyFans for the purpose of a joke. To take an actual stance on it would seem like problematic.
So you have a regular job, right? You do some accounting for a inn or something. You told me that's kind of cool. Did you go to college for that?
Nope.
Nope. And how often do you have to do that? You do that every night, or do you do that remotely? Is that what you said?
Yeah. How often did you go to college? I thought that was gonna be the. How many times did you flunk out of college? I thought.
Did you flunk out?
No, I didn't flunk out of college. I didn't even go to college.
I went for 1 year, and I did sports. I sold my books, and I bought weed. And that was way back when. I was not a good student, Daniel. But I ended up carving in my room, which was kind of fun. I had a room full of sawdust just like I do now.
So I'm just mesmerized by that candle. Sorry.
So how long, okay, so we're gonna wrap up this interview with a couple more questions. How long have you been doing stand-up comedy?
Like 9 months.
9 months. And you really like it?
When it's not awkward, yeah. It's been a rough week for me.
It's been a rough week because
Sort of bombed Vermont on Wednesday.
at the
And I'm
comedy
still-
club.
yeah.
They're a little liberal up there. You gotta be careful what you say to those people.
Yeah, I'm just mesmerized by that candle. There's got to be some thematic relevance to this candle I'm staring at. This is like sort of a workshop like
Yeah.
thing. I don't even know what this is. This is like a. I'm bombing the 2-person in the audience open mic.
You did great, Daniel. I think you're funny as hell, and I really hope that you keep doing comedy, and I hope that you keep showing up here. I think you're very, very funny and very good at this, and I think you have a real future in comedy.
I think my character, if I was playing a character on TV, would just be mesmerized by this candle. Like,
Are you autistic?
no.
No.
I mean, whatever the director says. I mean,
Do you have ADHD?
I have ADH candle.
All right.
I want ADH candle.
All right, so Daniel, I have an extra candle that I'm going to send home with you so that you can have one of those very candles at your house. You can burn it and get mesmerized, and you can work on your set for next week.
Yeah.
All right, everybody, give Daniel a big round of applause. Thank you for coming all the way from Lake George. Daniel, everybody, follow him on Newfound Daniel on Instagram.com. And thank you
That's
very
not
much.
it, but
What is it?
it's Newfound Dan Arnold. One
Oh.
word, double D's. In the middle.
Newfound Dan Arnold, one word, double D's.
Yeah, unless I change it. This will
Don't
date
change.
itself.
You can look on my Facebook page and my Instagram. I'm friends with him on there. You can find him there too. All right, Daniel, everybody. Thank
Not
you
my
very
best,
much.
but awkward
You did great.
bow.
You did great.
Awkward bow.
Thank you, Daniel. Yeah, put that right in there. Thank you very much. There he is, 135 pounds of Lake George alpha male right there. All right, everybody, that was fun. I'm so glad Daniel came here. He's fucking funny as shit. I like that kid. Okay, so now, everybody, I'd like to bring to the stage my new friend Seth. Come on up here, Seth. Seth, what is your last name?
Patalis.
What is it?
Patalis.
Potalis?
Patalis.
Patalis.
It's not spelled like that, but.
All right. I just call him Big Seth, everybody. Give it up for Big Seth. Woohoo!
Oh, how are we all doing tonight?
But I gotta do the reset. And
Let's get that going.
There we go.
Woo! Thank you, Barry. Thank you. This place is off the chains. This place is cool. I'm glad to be here. Everything about it's cool. It actually kind of reminds me of the place where I lost my virginity. No, very, very similar things. but my uncle did not have this much cool shit. And I definitely didn't, and well, he's not manning the camera naked like usual, so. But no, awesome place, awesome to be here. Can't wait, this is gonna be great. Yeah, I mean, we're into December now. This is cold months and cold weather's upon us. You know, well, we had a frigid one Thursday. I was out at work late at night, you know. I think the temp was 13 degrees, and fortunately all of us warm-blooded mammals, we get to experience the theory of wind chill. You know, it's 13 out there, and then the wind, I was whipping, and they said it was sub-zero temps. I was freezing my balls off. But wouldn't that be something if we could apply the theory of wind chill to dick length? Wouldn't that be something? You know? Sorry, honey, it's 4 inches, but once I really get that thing going, it's gonna feel like 9. That would be wild. But no, I'm not lucky enough. You know, with all the cold weather, all the heat's on high, we got a nice wood stove here burning, and you know, the only problem is when it's hot like this, and the heat inside's dry, you know, I'm one of those, I'm sensitive, bloody noses, you know, my eyes burn, my skin's all sensitive. Anybody else got sensitive skin? You know, Barry, you got sensitive skin? Come on.
That's a little dry in the winter.
Yeah. I didn't always have sensitive skin. I found out in high school I had sensitive skin because one day my lips and my tongue swelled right up and broke out, and come to find out my dad changed the type of gun oil he was using on his pistol. So yeah, it was a weird discovery, and we killed two birds with one stone that day, because found out I had sensitive skin, and I also found out that I was clinically diagnosed with depression. So checked that one off pretty early in life. But man, luckily, you know, after all that, we all grew up with porn, right? Porn's been the key to happiness and success, hasn't it? Well, maybe for some. My bank account goes down every time I watch it, but you know, think about it. Kids nowadays got it made with porn. Everybody's got it made nowadays with porn. You're one finger swipe away from seeing whatever the fuck your fantasy wants you to see. You know? I mean, I'm in my 30s, I didn't experience all of the hard times back in the porn days, but, you know, we still had the Sears catalog, and I don't think kids nowadays realize the lengths we had to go just to get our rocks off, you know? I remember we had a whole wall of VHSs when I was a kid, all kinds of Disney movies and everything, but I could never watch the unlabeled VHSs on the wall. You know, or if that wasn't the case, when you finally got that old dial up on the Dell, on the family computer in the living room, you had to wait till the whole family went out to get a carton of smokes, fire up the computer, try to rock a handful of meat before you saw the headlights pull in, and you're trying to delete the search history as quick as you can. And then you always had Old Faithful. If you could get up in the attic, get that old dusty box, blow it off, get out that old nudie mag, try to find a couple pages that weren't stuck, and then you jerk off like a pilgrim. So yeah, I mean, it was tough back then. I mean, Barry, you know, you've had it worse than me.
National Geographic, man.
Yeah, buddy. That's where you develop the ability to not give a shit what size, shape, or how low they hang. As long as the rings in their neck weren't distracting you, you could. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I got 2 younger kids, and it's a wild time trying to parent in 2025. You don't know what you're building, you know, because the rapid, you know, increase in technology and the way things are going, and then you got, well, of my generation, kind of shittier parents that teach their kids to do whatever the fuck they want. So, you know, I'm trying to raise mine to offset those assholes and change their influences. And, you know, so I was talking to my dad, and I was like, hey, you got any advice, any generational advice that might still apply? And he just kind of chuckled at me, and he's like, I don't know how much help I'm gonna be, but I knew I achieved success in parenting when I got you to stop pissing in public with your pants around your ankles at 13. So I guess so far I'm on the right track. We got a funny story about me. When I was young, me and my brother and my cousin, we used to go out and work on my grandmother's farm all summer long. She was big on giving back to the community, and all of her produce she would donate to the soup kitchen, and once she would butcher her animals, she would always donate to a shelter. And well, one day she pulled me aside and started hugging me endlessly, and I couldn't figure out what was going on. And she says, "Oh, I'm so blessed to have a grandson as good as you." I said, "Well, what's going on?" She goes, "Oh, I just saw you delivering eggs down to the lady down the street. Now this lady didn't like anybody in town, miserable bitch. Nobody really liked her." So my grandmother was kind of surprised at the fact that she had opened up to me. So she's she's thanking me for bringing all these eggs down to her every day. I didn't have the heart in that moment to tell her that the eggs I was bringing down to her were from the chicken that my autistic cousin's been fucking in his free time. So, but we're gonna pivot off that one. I've been blessed with two amazing things in my life: confidence in the size of my dick, and also been blessed to have a woman marry me that seems to have a low cervix. Yeah, that's great. Nothing builds an ego and confidence like that pain face she makes right before you hear "too deep." But all that was flushed away a week later when I stuck my finger in there and heard and saw the same thing. So, right back to square one on that. Oh, on the way here, I got Chipotle before I came, so made it about halfway to this venue, and man, I had a knock on the back door. I just had to open it up, so I swung into a gas station to use the bathroom, and I forgot my phone in the car. So as I'm sitting there, just looking around, I start reading wall signs, and I see this sign on the wall. I've kind of seen it a lot, never paid much attention. I always had a cell phone in my hand, taking one of them whack-a-dumps. So reading the sign says, "Employees must wash hands." And I was trying to think of that, how literal that was, and I finish up, and I'm sitting there, and I don't know, I don't know what generation that sign's from, but I felt like an idiot after standing there for 5 minutes, and nobody came, and I had to wash my fucking self like I always used to. Yeah. Speaking of signs, I've been on this sign trend, reading signs, understanding signs, and I'm trying to figure out if it's safer or if we're giving pedophiles a huge advantage by putting children playing signs in all the heavily populated neighborhoods. Never mind if in that neighborhood it says deaf child. You really sneak up on that son of a bitch. I don't know if we're helping or not. It's just a logical thought that maybe we're not. We're really pinpointing where they are, like a dropped link on Google Maps. But the new thing, you see it ever since COVID. People, right after spring coming into summer, everybody's got a yard sign that says, "A graduate lives here," with a picture of their kid. 2026 graduate, 2025 in the past. And I'm like, man, that's like playing a game of Guess Who for serial killers, Driving around, it's like, oh, geez, look at Brenda. She must have a real good personality. Next, drive over to the next one. Oh, man. But it's crazy this year. Car insurance has gone through the roof out here. I don't know if it's for everybody, but everything got expensive this year. But yeah, my car insurance, I used to pay $215 a month. I'm up to paying over $375. I'm like, shit, $375, that's outrageous. I feel like at that rate, the funeral expenses will be paid in full for that woman I ran over last year. And I don't know how many times I can apologize, but I am sorry about your mother, honey. It was an accident. But no, I gotta say the best insurance plan I do believe in. It only cost me $24.99 a month, and that's my to make sure that I have a usable bathroom, 24 hours a day, Monday to Thursday. Closes at 7 on the weekends, and that's my Planet Fitness Black Card. Yeah, and if I don't make the bathroom, at least I got a shower to use. You know, I go in there, judgment-free zone. Half hour later, I'm walking out stiff leg like I'm the Stairmaster King, but I've just been taking a shit for half an hour playing Candy Crush till my legs and nutsack fell asleep. Yeah, so that one comes in clutch. But I think that's gonna be it for me tonight.
All right.
It's gonna be my time.
Woo, woo, woo.
Appreciate this amazing audience.
Give it up for Seth, everybody.
Yeah,
Daniel, clap for God's sakes. Thank you,
I
Dan.
appreciate you.
Thank you. So, Seth, I guess I met you at Brightside
Yes, sir.
a few weeks ago.
Yeah, we
You were there with your buddies that are your size.
yeah, I've never walked in somewhere and felt so famous immediately because all eyes were on us. I don't know if the room was just that much lower because we were there, or
Like, what do you go? Like 230, 240?
that's flattering. I really appreciate
How
that.
much do you weigh, dude?
Right now, I'm 325.
325 freaking pounds? Are you serious?
That's a lot of twisted steel and sex appeal. I
Holy
know.
shit, dude. What did you say that again, please?
That's a lot of 325 pounds of twisted
Daniel.
steel.
Come up here. Would you please come up here?
I'm like two of you.
Daniel weighs 135 pounds. How much do you weigh?
About 3 dogs.
How much do you weigh, Daniel?
Can I like not have my back to the
Yeah,
audience?
please, right here.
Yeah. About three of those dogs.
3 of those dogs. All right, so
That dog right there.
you're over 300 pounds.
And believe it or not, this is actually the lightest I have been in 8 years now.
Wow, dude.
I was up to 500 pounds.
No
8 years
way.
ago, yep.
Holy shit.
I'll tell you.
Did you play football in high school?
No, I was actually too heavy for the weight limit throughout all Pop Warner, and then I ended up in a school that didn't have it anyway. So,
Oh, wow.
lunch was my sport.
I got you. All right, Daniel.
Sorry, this is just more of a workout. We're all performing for this candle.
Yeah, but what a beautiful candle.
Yeah. I forgot to make that one during my set. And I was like, oh god, I should have mentioned. Oh, the candle as an audience member. That's a good angle. That's a good angle.
That is the brightest audience member I think anybody could have.
Yeah, that's a good angle. Just make all the candles audience members.
Yeah.
So I weigh 172. This is the heaviest I've ever been, 172 pounds. But yeah, how big are your buddies that came in there?
They're about the same size.
Yeah, and you guys are friends from?
Long-term friends.
Gotcha. Are your friends small or smaller? Do you have big friends too, or I guess the question is, if those guys are you guys hanging around because you're all big dudes? You can relate to each other that way.
Yeah,
Or how does it work?
See, we started being friends because we just all happened to go to the same place at once, and all 3 of us went to go reach for the handicap ramp at the same time. And it was like when you touch the elevator door at the same time, we just hit it off.
There you go. All right, Daniel, I needed you for a prop, so you can go sit down now, and I'll finish my interview with Seth, and then.
Get cardboard cutouts. Conan had cardboard cutouts during COVID. He just had a show with cardboard cutouts.
But you're greater than any cardboard cutout we could ever get.
Well, I hope to have more personality than one. That's like the bare minimum of any human is to have more personality. But that's a really low bar. I have a bar set high. I have Vermont Comedy Club. I have to impress 50 liberal arts class kids with my correct synonym usage that don't sound like racial slurs.
I was up there and I did an Asian accent and they got mad at me. They said, "No, you can't do an Asian accent."
Oh, really?
Yeah, they did. No, and then I got done. The look was like, "Well, there was Barre Pinske, and we know that we can't do it. Different accents of different cultures." Like it's part of my freaking. It's the nature of my joke. It was
Cancel.
yeah. There you go.
I like smart jokes, and so my aim is to sort of impress them anyway, because I gotta raise the bar a bit. Like I gotta raise the bar.
There's some talented people up there. So, all right, Daniel. Thank you very much. Move on out here. I'm going to finish off with our buddy Seth. Not that you're not incredibly entertaining, Daniel, and I would like to talk to you like all night long. We could do a 24-hour podcast, but I got to finish up with our buddy Seth here. So, Seth, you actually drive tractor trailer and deliver fuel to gas stations.
Right, so that's exactly what I do. I'm one of the biggest things in everybody's life. I provide them to get everywhere, but I'm also the biggest inconvenience to everybody's life when I'm on the road.
Yeah, no kidding, man. It's like, and like, what's the chance of you like causing a giant explosion? If the tanker could crash, as long as there's no sparks, the fuel won't ignite. But if you crash, there's a pretty good possibility there's going to be a fire.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, luckily most, like, the tanks they make, it's aluminum, so it doesn't spark. It doesn't have that if you have an issue.
So the part of they use aluminum tanks so that it doesn't spark because aluminum's kind of muddy as a metal.
Yeah.
And different than steel that's hard that sparks. And are the tanks like double lined too so they could crack and not leak out, or they got a liner in them, or how does it work?
No, they're like double walled, but basically the way they do the aluminum tanks too for static reasons, loading and unloading internally.
So it won't cause a static spark.
Yep.
Because even the friction of the fuel going in could cause a static.
Yep.
No shit, dude.
Yeah.
And you have to wear special. You got to make sure that you. I mean, could you like you wear special shoes or something, or
Yeah.
you have to like touch something so you don't make a spark ahead of time before you go in there, or any of that shit?
So what do
You
we
can't
do?
like rub your head with whatever, like you did with the light bulb thing or whatever, make your hair stand on.
Yeah, my shag seat cover. I really gotta watch how I slide out of it. No, everything's like when you load and stuff. Everything's grounded out. You know, as you would ground anything.
You have to put a wire out from the trailer down to the ground.
Yeah. So there's
No shit.
Yeah, there's a bunch of different procedures throughout that.
There's more than one procedure.
Oh yeah. And then most of us we have to wear all FR clothing, fire retardant clothing. So we have uniforms.
Yeah. And you have. You can't put enough fire extinguishers on your truck to make a difference, but you carry a couple around anyway because for people.
Yeah.
And they have one just mounted that you can run up to and do yourself then, or they do?
By law, we have to have them mounted inside the cab and on the trailer as well.
No shit, like a fire suppression at a restaurant above the grill.
Yeah.
You have that right in your cab.
Yep.
So if you crash, it catches on fire. You pull a cord like an ejection thing.
No,
and
it's just a mounted like traditional fire extinguisher.
I see, but it's in there.
They have one mounted in the cab by law, and also we have to have one mounted to the trailer.
Wow. So I got to tell you one story. So I had a '69 Dodge van that would burn oil, and I would drive it until I'd hear the lifters click. You're a gearhead guy, so you're gonna get this, right? So the van has the motor right in the middle of the van, because it's a flat nose old Scooby-Doo van.
Yeah.
So I lift up the so I'm driving back from doing delivering art. I got all my tools in there, and I stop and I open up the, what is that called?
Doghouse.
The doghouse. I open up the doghouse. pull off the cap, and I'm right along the highway, so I'm just like, screw this, I'm not gonna shut this down or whatever. I'm just gonna dump a cord in to keep it from clicking and get going again. Well, when I poured the oil in the motor, it dripped down onto the manifold, and then we just re-put in a new fuel pump in the stupid thing too, and that was leaking a little bit. And the next thing I know, when I'm pouring in the oil, all the heat and the motor running and the oil dripping, flames shot up.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, holy shit. And in one swoop, I like dropped the oil can, turned off the van, grabbed the fire extinguisher I had in there, and put the fire out.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
That's awesome.
But yeah, I felt like a real man putting that out. And then I'm like, holy shit, did I get fire extinguisher stuff in the motor? And after my heart stopped beating, I filled it up and put the cap back on, and then I had some tools with me, so I tightened up the bolt on the fuel pump and then took off. I had a lot of fun with that van. I got more freaking van stories. I'll tell you one more quick story. So we're driving back, believe it or not, from Steven Tyler's house from doing sculpture, and I had a buddy with me. We're driving down the road, and all of a sudden the pedal goes right to the floor. So what happened there?
Throttle cable broke?
Throttle cable broke, right? 69 Dodge van, throttle cable's broke, the motor's just idling, we're pulling off the side of the road. I had this guy Jason with me, and I'm like, holy shit. And then I had I've had a Holley carburetor put on the top of that thing, and it has a round loop on the top.
Yeah.
And I said, Jason, grab that dowel out of the back wall and whatever. So I'll make this a faster story. I had him drill a hole for the dowel in the front of the doghouse. I took the dowel, I found a wing nut.
Yep.
And a washer, 2 washers, a wing nut and a nut. And then I took the dowel and I put a block on the end of the dowel and put the wing nut through the Holley carburetor and put the handle of the dowel right out to the doghouse, so I had a manual drive.
Yeah.
And then I also put little notches in there after we got going that I could just hook that in like a cruise control. And so, honest to God, we like broke down on the side of the road in that old Dodge, sitting there, and within a half an hour, we had that stick in there, and we were driving down the road, and I drove that thing like that for like 3 months before I finally fixed it. And people were like, what the hell's going on? And I'm like, no one's ever going to steal this van because they're not going to figure out how to run it. But it was so funny because with the notch in the doghouse, you could just put it at like 55 miles an hour, hook it right in there, and just go.
Yeah. Yeah, until your ass puckers and you accidentally lean on it.
Yeah.
Whoa!
I had so much fun with that van. That was awesome. But I mean, it cost me a fortune because it was always breaking down. All right. We were here, we did it, we have some stories. This is going to be preserved forever on YouTube, and
Archives.
no one will ever watch this, so what the hell. All right, well, thank everybody for coming. This was fun. We're going to do it again, and at some point in time, we're going to have to turn people away because there won't be room for seating. But all right, let's give ourselves a round of applause. Thank you for coming. See you next week. Woohoo!
Later, guys.
Now, how do you stop this thing?
Hit the red button.
Live. How do you stop it? You sure you want to stop streaming? And right there.